Hello, this is Wendy with Boop Baby, and we are going to talk about prefolds. Prefolds are awesome. They're super absorbent. They're a great option if you are on a budget. We're going to go over a couple different sizes of prefolds, and we have two different brands in store that you can choose from. I will link to them below so you can kind of look at prices and decide what would work for your family. First, we're going to talk about Osocozy. Osocozy has, and other brands of prefolds, I believe, also have traditional fit and better fit. So this is a size 1 Osocozy better fit. You can see how it's shaped more like a square. The traditional fit, this is a size 1 traditional. It's more like a rectangle. So um, if you need the extra absorbency, traditional fit is a great way to go. Um, but you can kind of see the difference. I tend to prefer the better fit just because it's a little bit less bulk where my babies don't really need it. Size 1 fits from about 7 pounds to about 14 or 15 pounds. By then, they kind of have outgrown the width and they need a wider diaper, which is when you would move on to the size 2. There's also size 2 better fit and traditional fit. They fit from 15-ish pounds until about 35 pounds. So size 1 and size 2 will get you almost all the way to potty training. Osocozy does make a fantastic size 3 if you have a baby who needs extra absorbency, extra length, if you are potty training later, or just if you have a baby who goes over 35 pounds eventually. Then size 3 is an option that Osocozy makes. So they have a nice grade between sizes as they go up, and they have both bamboo and cotton. So cotton is less expensive. Bamboo is slightly more absorbent, maybe 15 to 20% more absorbent, and it's very, very soft. So I love bamboo just for the softness, but if you're on a budget, the cotton works just as well, and you're not losing anything by choosing cotton over bamboo, except a little bit of absorbency, but it won't make that big of a difference in most babies. So here is a comparison of the better fit, size 1, 2, and 3. They are all kind of square shaped, but you can see that you get larger width in the different sizes. Then there's 1, 2, and 3 in traditional fit also. The other brand I wanted to talk about today was Grovia. This is the other one we have in store. They have 4 sizes. We only have 3 in stock right now. The size 1 is really more of their newborn, and we do carry the newborn in Osocozy, but I thought it was important to show you the size 1 in Grovia. They don't have better fit and traditional fit. There's only one fit of Grovia, and they are kind of in between. I feel like they're not quite as long as the traditional fit Osocozy, but they're also not quite as square shaped as the better fit. So they're kind of a happy medium in between. Here are the size 1, 2, and 3 Grovia, so you can see the difference. I tend to go directly for the size 1 in our size the size 1 in Osocozy, size 2 in Grovia, just because you can fold down anything extra you don't need on a newborn, but they have more layers of absorbency, and newborns pee a lot. So I tend to skip the newborn size and just go straight for the infant size with my babies. But if you have a really tiny, like a preemie or just a baby that's so small that the infant size is just too big, there is a newborn option in both brands. One other prefold option that you will see on our website is the Thirsties prefolds. I don't typically think of these as prefolds so much as a very, very beefy Thirsties hemp insert. So this is a Thirsties prefold. You can see it's different than a traditional prefold. It's kind of a big loop of fabric. and it's mainly made to be tri-folded and laid into a cover. So that is one way that you can for sure use prefolds, but it's they're not really made to be folded down and around the baby. So that's another one that's called a prefold, but it's more of a trifold kind of big, amazing Thirsties insert. And they come in size 1 and size 2. So there are 2 different sizes if you're wanting to use those as a prefold all into kind of option Thirsties. I am going to show you a couple different options for putting on prefolds in the next section of this video, and then we will talk about flats. Okay, this is a prefold. We're going to use our store baby wearing doll. He is all ready for his size 2 better fit Osocozy prefold. We are going to put it under his bottom, fold in the sides just like this, and put it up here. If you feel like the rise is too high, you can see this goes up to his chest. Go ahead and flare it out and then fold it down on top here. From here, you just pull, make sure you pull the tabs very tight, and then you can pin or Snappi or Boingo. Here is option 1. This is a Snappi. From here, you would go ahead and put the cover on. This is a Rumperoo's one size cover, and it's snapped all the way down for him. Make sure when you put the cover on that you are checking for any prefold sticking up. You can see it's kind of sticking up, and just tuck it down underneath, because any of the prefold that is sticking out above the cover is going to wick onto his clothes. Also, you'll want to check around the legs and make sure that there's no prefold sticking out down here. Otherwise, you will get it on the pants. So we've tucked it all in around, tucked it all down inside. This is a prefold with a Snappi and a cover. Oh, nope, there's one little piece right there. Another option for prefolds, besides the Snappi, we have also Boingos or diaper pins. A Snappi, we showed all these in the first video. If you don't remember, it has the little claws like an ace bandage. The Boingo is a very similar unit, but it has 2 pieces, and you just put them kind of like pins onto the diaper, and then you put the cover over. Your third option is just a regular old diaper pin. This is like what my mom used, what I used on my little brother in 1990. You'll want to make sure with pins that you make it really tight, because after you've pinned it, the fabric actually does slack up a bit. But if you're a traditionalist, you can use regular old diaper pins. We do have those available. They are not always my choice because of the baby that I stuck in 1990, but they are a solid option. So pins, Snappies, and Boingos. This is a prefold. Another option for putting on a prefold is to just fold it into thirds like this. Lay it into the cover. And this way you can kind of use a prefold like an all-in-two. This prefold is actually quite a bit longer than the cover. So for the setting that the cover is on this baby, he probably needs a size 1 prefold. But since we have size 2, we will just fold it over, and it'll fit him, but it'll be a little bulky. So you can kind of see with this is a less trim option, but it is more convenient to not have to deal with attaching it all together. So this is a tri-folded prefold right here, and that's a good way you can use prefolds as an all-in-two. Make sure you always have your fabric tucked down when you have the rise snaps down, because it just gives a much better fit on front than if your fabric is tucked up. It's way better. Okay, that's another option with prefolds. There are other folds you can do with prefolds. I tend to just use the first one I showed you. If you want to do cloth diapering and you want to conserve your covers, this is called the jelly roll fold, and you kind of just roll it up like a scroll. And I am not super good at this, because with newborns, when I use prefolds, I tend to just buy more covers, and if they poop on it, they poop on it. But if you're a conservationalist and you want to make your prefolds go as long as possible, you can see that the rolling in is going to create a nice little barrier to keep all that newborn poop in to the prefold. So that will help your covers last longer. That's the jelly roll. And again, I folded down the front because the rise is a little high on him. But if the rise isn't high, you definitely don't have to fold that down. And the other one is the Bikini Twist. And that one goes like this. This is a great fold for any baby that just needs more absorbency right here in the middle, because rather than having them just folded in, you have them actually like twisted all the way around each other. This one gives you a really great fit also between the legs. You can see how narrow that is, so that's really great for if you worry about the bulk between the legs on a prefold. This is the Bikini Twist. And I am not at all a prefold expert. Actually, Lois is our prefold expert, and she has an amazing video that I will upload showing you her secret. I think it's the secret fold down method, but she has a lot of little tips and tricks and hacks that go with prefolds. So I'll definitely post that on the playlist. So there are four different prefold options, and hopefully that gives you an idea of how to use them.